seed of maize there, you see it growing. We are blessed with so many resources. I can even say maybe that is the problem we have, because when you give your child so many infrastructural facilities or so much care, that child may begin to fumble. And that's the way I see Nigeria. Because we have a very good weather. Our land, we have a fertile land. We have money, because most of our Nigerians that traveled abroad, when they get there, if they don't want to lie, they take them as king. What those people cannot even use their money to buy is what our people are buying over there.
Are you now saying that it's only the leaders that deserve the stick, and that followers are not sharing in the blame?
Well, they are sharing in the blame, but there's something we call poverty. You know, this poverty does not have a kind of how will I put it? It doesn't have a kind of definition, because some people that you even call professors, they are even poor in their mind. I will still take the same example. When we traveled to Jerusalem, we went with some of the professors and political functionaries, leaders in the political functionaries. On getting there, I even warned one of the old men that followed us. I will not disclose the nomenclature of the person. It's somebody that is very, very rich. When we went for one of our dinner, on getting there, we have varieties. The frozen egg, the one that is cooked, so many of it. Some people will take the fried one and they will still take the boiled one, putting it in their pocket. They're not from Nigeria. So I go and say, with your age, you don't need all these things. The man shouted at me that, did he come to Jerusalem because of me? So that is what we are saying. If it's not poverty of the mind, I don't know why what somebody is doing with trillions of naira. What do you want to do with it? A lot of people are suffering. We can see it on the faces of common Nigerians, and somebody will continue to embezzle our money. Every opportunity like this, they will cut away so many things, what they don't need. Whether we are going to get there, look at what is going on in Osun State now.
Okay, we are still coming down to Osun. We are coming down to Osun. Yes, you have said it now, that it is the poverty of the mind that makes people to be involved in corruption at the followership level. So you talked about leadership, that the leaders have to chart the course, and that's the course that the followers will follow. But taking a look at Nigeria, we have experienced what we call, or what we can call the general insecurity. But we are being specific now. The incessant attacks by IPOB and ESN members have been targeting police stations. The attacks have been targeting police stations as well as INEC installations, including their offices and the rest. So, what does this portend for the nation? How much of effect could this have on the 2023 general elections?
I want to say this, that the chairman of INEC said it recently, that nothing will affect the 2023 general election. And if we look at the idea of attacking INEC offices, is so rampant in the southeast. It's rampant in Imo, Enugu, and the host of the state in the southeast. They don't have that kind of situation in the so common in the southwest. So common in the southwest. Okay. You can only see it in the southeast. And the IPO, they themselves have denied that they don't have hand in the attack. We read it in the newspapers, and they are still denied. In fact, the recent one that happened in Imo, where they killed one police officer, we were told that two of the attackers were arrested. So when I know when someone is arrested, the law will take the court.
But
the joy of it is that
the suspected killer of Gulak, I said it, he was a deserter from Nigerian army. He has been arrested now. He has even been paraded. He was and is still a member of IPOB and ESN.
you see,
and he has confessed to taking part in various attacks on police offices, police stations, including INEC offices, of course.
What I want to say is that our law in Nigeria needs to review or amendment, because if you look at the section 36 of the Nigerian Constitution, which is the gun, if somebody is caught in the act, is still presumed innocent until the contrary by the court. So the person you are referring to, in the eyes of the law, has not committed any offense until it is tried in the regular court and the evidence is faced with a series of evidence, and at the end of the day, the court now says that committed what was alleged of. So that is why there are a lot of things that need some justice.
Okay.
The constitution is long overdue.
Okay. Yeah, we still talk about the constitution, but will you assess the performance of Nigeria's democracy since 1999 and tell us, give us your own scorecard?
Anyway, what I want to say is that there is a saying that goes thus, that the best military government they normally say that the worst democracy, yes, is even the best of the military government. Because if you go by
if not better,
because if you go by the definition of Abraham Lincoln, gave the word democracy, who says democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And we are going to see people. This to say, democracy is people oriented. Every other forms of government, like plutocracy, aristocracy, gerontocracy, there are so many of them. They are all anti-people. So I would still say that all we need to do is to learn in doing our democracy. It's still the best for us in Africa and in the whole world. The military should not be the alternative, because during the military regime, there's nothing like infrastructural development. At least we are seeing some of the other development that are coming up. In the military, they are not there to do anything, but to secure the emergency situation. And although all what we are seeing in Nigeria now, those are the things that normally invite the military to come to power. Nepotism, favoritism, when we see ethnic clashes and other things, hunger and everything. When the citizens begin to complain, that is when the military normally come to power. But if you look at the future or the way they operate, democracy is still the best. Because
yes, we agree that democracy might still be the best, but in assessing Nigeria's democracy, do you think the way it is played in Nigeria is the way it's played in the Sena climb, talking about the advanced nations, even developing nations?
That is the problem that most of our people normally have. You see, when we are comparing two countries together, we have to look at the kind of government they operate. For example, when we go to Saudi Arabia, we don't operate the system of government that we operate in Nigeria. Our system of government in Nigeria is federal in nature. We operate federal system of government in which the center is stronger than the the states. And that is why it is the federal government, the state will go to the federal government every month in order to get their allocation. All the resources, natural resources and everything are part of different states are taken to that place. But when we go to, when we compare it with the Saudi Arabia, their own is monarchical. So it's a different thing entirely. Nigeria and Ghana, we don't operate the same system of government. So, but a lot of people don't know. We'll be comparing one country to Nigeria without even looking at the system of government that they operate. And the system of government that will determine what we see. In Nigeria, that we go for a federal system of government, there are a lot of stages in governance. For example, under the federal system of government, the governmental role is divided into three. So the exclusive, the concurrent, and the residual. And the governance is in three stages: the federal, the state, the local. For example, the president is the head of the federal government, working with his ministers: minister for education, minister for health, minister for this. We still have state ministers. Those are the states that I'm talking about. Coming to the states too, we have governor and commissioner, special advisors. All these people will still have their own PA, SA. Look at where the money is going. And the local government too, we have the chairman and the supervisory councillors and the councillors too. But in Ghana there, they practice what we call a unitary system of government, in which only the federal government controls every other stages of government.
Okay, let's take a look at, from your analysis now. I hope you are not saying that the kind of government we operate is expensive.
It's expensive. That's where I'm going. Because even those people that trained Nigeria, they don't even practice the kind of system of government that we are practicing. Let us go on memory lane. Nigeria got independence in 1960. From 1960 to 1963, we operate what we call cabinet or parliamentary system of government, in which the three arms of government are working together. But in 1963, Nigeria became what we call a republican country, in which we are now, since that period, we are beginning to defect from those people that trained us, until we now adopted the American style, which is the presidential system of government.
Well, even at that, America has been able to demonstrate the fact that it understands what it takes to operate presidential system of government. We are operating presidential system of government, yet there are so many, let me just say, heresies. Yes, so many variables that are not really worth it have been introduced into these variables. Yes, when you talk about Togri, talk about this win at all syndrome, win at all costs, and what have you, desperation, everything is there. So how do we sanitize the system to make it attractive to those who are really interested in serving the people?
Honestly, that is what I'm trying to say. The problem of our people is that they don't look at where we are coming from. If you look at where we are coming from, look at the year I said we got independence. You can't compare that year with the year that look at America. Okay, its own independence. So they have been on what they are doing. And when you are doing something yearly, you begin to improve on it. Nigeria is not, I'm sorry to say, it's not right to adopt that kind of a presidential system of government. That's why we have a lot of people in governance, and we have limited resources. And we were tempted to do that when we discovered the oil in Nigeria. That was the beginning of our problem in Nigeria.
The discovery of oil?
Yes, the discovery of oil. Because before that time, we knew what the Awolowo and the most of them did in Nigeria. what they use the money when Nigeria was operating the cabinet and parliamentary, in which every region takes care of all the resources and they were developing it. The free education that Awolowo brought that time, a lot of our leaders benefited. But do they give that kind of free education to the young ones now? They don't. Look at the way they are treating ASU. The ASU, because of intervention of the National Assembly and some other stakeholders, they decided to come back from their strike. On coming back, they still told them that they are not going to give them money for the times that they were on strike, or they give them half salary, treating them like a secondary school student.
Okay, yeah.
So that is what we are saying. They enjoy free education. We read about it. I did not enjoy free education because I'm a young man. But those people that did, we read about it.
Okay.
So they crossed the bridge and they want to.
Will you give us a pass mark as far as the operation of democracy is concerned?
Honestly, I have to give not pass mark, but I want to give how would I put it? I don't want to use the word pass, but I can give pass mark.
Okay.
Because the reason why
we are getting it right.
We are not getting it right yet.
If you are not getting it right, we can't.
When you say pass mark, pass mark begins from 40.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to say the word pass. Pass mark begins from 40, so I can give Nigerian 40%. Yes, I can give them 40. The reason is this: look at what is going on now. For the past 12 years, PDP has left the governance of Osun State. Then because democracy continues, they are back now. So those people that benefited from APC for that 12 years, for that period, at least their relatives, some other people, their community, they will get one benefit or the other. But the PDP is there now.
Should the benefits be personal?
No, I'm not saying it's personal. We all see that at least if it is not enough, the constructed road, even though we are saying the road is fake, the road is there. You are getting what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
If you are saying that they did not do something right, at least they did it. We are talking of doing it right.
So
what I'm trying to say is that the military will not do that.
There was no Onababa.
No, I'm not saying there's no Onababa or no.
Okay.
So get me right. What I'm saying is that when there is Onababa or no, what is the amount involved?
Okay.
You know, we begin to, when we look at the basis, they will now be talking about the secondary issue. We are saying Onababa or no, but how much?
The value.
Yes, the value of that Onababa or no.
Okay, thank you so much.
That's what we are saying.
Chief Omolade Adedolapo Martin. Okay, yes, let's take a look at the amendment of the Nigerian Constitution being undertaken by the National Assembly. It's been a long, it's been overdue. It's long overdue, but yet we're not there. And quite a number of people are clamoring for the institution of another constitutional assembly to undertake this exercise. You as a legal practitioner, which side do you belong? Do you think the National Assembly is better suited for the exercise? And how will you assess the performance of the National Assembly as far as the amendment of the Constitution is concerned? And will you clamor for the setting up of another Constituent Assembly?
Thank you. Like I said the other time, that before we can talk of the present, we look at where we are coming from.
The past.
Yeah, the past. We look at the past. That's where we can talk about the present. I told you the other time that Nigeria 1999 Constitution is a product of the military. It was the military that gave us the latest constitution, which is 1999 Constitution.
So no sense of belonging.
And since that 1999, other democratic government that have been forming, they are trying to do their best. At the end of the day, their best is not enough for today. Let us go to memory lane. When Obasanjo was there, he tried to amended some part of the constitution in order to suit the recent happening in Nigeria. But when he wanted to do that one, he now put a clause there that they should give him an extension for 3rd term. The Constitution of Nigeria only gives the executive the opportunity to go for 2 terms. Then he now put the 3rd term. It was that 3rd term that truncated everything. When he died, he gave us this man that died, Umaru Yaradua. With the little time that the man spent as the president of Nigeria, if not because of the will of God that prevailed in his life, because he died, you can see what he did. He too tried. I'm coming.
Okay, because no, we don't have the time.
No, I'm just coming. I'm just coming to that's what we call constitutional development. Okay. So Imanu tried his own. He reduced the price of the poor. We all saw it. He paid some debt incurred by the government and some other things like that. When he left, another Jonathan came. Jonathan did his own. He tried to amend this. He even spent a lot of money gathering people together in order to change the constitution of Nigeria. To no avail. Up to the present time that we are saying, then why is it difficult like that? Nigeria constitution is written in nature. It is written not because it is written. It is written because it is codified in a particular document. And once a written document is there, it is rigid. It is very cumbersome to amend.
Okay.
The procedure and procedural for amendment is that the National Assembly, they have done their own. It has to pass through all the state houses of assembly. I give kudos to the our assembly in Osun State here on the issue of autonomy of local government.
Okay.
Because they are passed.
You see,
we are still coming
my guest. We don't have the whole time. We have less than 5 minutes to talk about the issues we still have on the table before we allow our people from home to start calling in. And that's why, I didn't think we have about 2 hours, then you can go on and on and on. Which line will you take? Do you subscribe to us amending the constitution piecemeal as we have been doing, or another constituent assembly is put in place?
No, that's where I'm going. The only people, like I told you, that we have 3 arms of government and the kind of system of government we are operating: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. It is the legislature that has the power to amend the constitution.
And that is where.
And if they want that constituent assembly, like as proposed by some people, they are even the one that will be the one to make it happen. That's the problem we have.
Yes, you made mention of local government at that time, but we all know that the situation the local government is currently is unpalatable. How do we make the local government more viable, more relevant in the scheme of things? Some are even saying it is not even part of the federating rules.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That when you want to look at the issue on ground, you look at what does the law says about it. Local government does not have autonomy. They don't have a place in the federating unit. That is why I told you that in a federating unit, the governmental role is divided into 3. The exclusive, which is purely performed by the federal government. The concurrent, those are the things that are performed by both the federal and the state government. Example of exclusive is security, currency, and so on and so forth. Example of a concurrent, those that are performed by both the state and the federal government in roads, health, we have federal roads and we have local roads. The residual, that is where local government falls into. That is why INEC, the federal INEC, can only conduct all the federal elections. They normally leave the fate of the local government to every respective state. That's why they call it name, in line with the INEC. In Osun State, we have OCE from the word Osun. In the kitchen, we have and so on and so forth like that. And that is why any government in power normally use everything to clear all the seats.
Because of
our local government.
Because of time, yes, time is not our friend of the program, and we come to Osun now. Um, Senator Ademola Adeleke, new governor, has spent 100 days.
It's not 100 days, it's 30 days. He has not spent 100 days. I wanted to correct you the other time.
Okay, yes. We're talking about spending a month.
Yes.
He has spent a month in office now. And how will you assess his performance vis-a-vis the executive orders put in place? You as a learned
Thank you.
man.
Yeah, and I can see that there's something you call judicial notice in law. It's because you yourself you have seen a lot of changes. That's why you are thinking maybe you have spent 100 days. It's not 30 days. He was sworn in as a governor of the sixth governor of the state November 27. And a few days ago, that regime clocked a month. And you can see, like I do tell people, you look at the past before you talk about the present. There is nothing the government is doing now that its predecessors have not done. The cause of all the Ulabalu, when the governor assumed office, he came in the midst of a crisis. We saw how they were burning houses in some part of the state because of citizenship issue and some other issues. But the governor is the chief executive officer of the state. Is the one that is going to maintain security. He cannot fold his hands. That's why he came up with all these executive orders that borders on the issue of chieftaincy, some on asset recovery, and some other executive orders. And if you look at the constitution of Nigeria, some are saying that they doesn't have the right to do that. I said no. The 99 Constitution of Nigeria as amended, if you go at section 315, it's because of our time, I can read this. It allows the president and the governor of the state to make an order in order to make an existing law to be integrated into the people.
Okay, let's go to town now.
He has that one.
Yes.
And that's why he made it.
You have said it.
I'm coming. So after the executive order, some people are saying what they are saying. He still now he came up with the committee issue to go and verify some anomalies that he met on ground. The right thing to do for the former administration is for them to set up their transition committee to meet with the one that is coming. That's the practice. If they have done that one, there will not be issue on ground. Then you just leave them to go and be getting the facts by themselves. And it is the Accountant General of the state that was even employed, that was employed and made Accountant General by the former administration, that came up with the situation of the finances of the state.
Okay.
And that's the source anybody can believe.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's now take the matter to our people, those listening to us. We have a few minutes left on the program, and we can accommodate 2 or 3 calls. For those interested in being a part of this program platform, coming from 104.5 FM, Ileawi Utubale, the Voice of the West, 080-3358-1128 is the number to dial. 080-3358-1128 is the number to dial. We have Chief Omolade Adedolapo Matthew Esquire.
Sorry, I want to say this because I want to make some clarification. When somebody assumes office, it's not only governor. If you are transferred from this place to another section now, let's go for this talk first.
Then you still make your point. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Your name?
My name is Olani.
You have a question or a contribution to make?
Yes, I want to comment.
Okay.
And I would like to comment on President.
Okay. 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 Okay, thank you so much, Olani Odeyemi. Yes, let's some other people call me and make their views known. Hello? We have another caller. Hello? Yeah, good afternoon. Your name? Okay. Go ahead. Okay, thank you. That's the question for you. Thank you.
Now it is possible for us to go back to parliamentary or cabinet system of government as we had it during the regime of Awolowo. But those people that have the power to do that are people in the legislative arm of government. So if they deem it fit, why not? Constitution is there to guide the affairs of every nation and every state. Now I want to say this one, that what our governor is doing now in looking at how he can restructure what he made from grant. Like the example I was trying to give, that if you are transferred to another department now, the first thing you are going to do is infantry. Infantry means what did I make from grant so that I can continue. And the former governor, with due respect, Boyega Oyetola did the same thing when he assumed office as the governor in this state, when he took over from Ogbeni Aregbesola. Despite he was the chief of staff in that government, he reversed some of the policies made during the Aregbesola regime.
Okay.
You can see the uniform.
You have made your point. Let's take this call. Hello? Good afternoon. Your name, sir? Welcome. Okay, your question. Thank you very much.
On that, there's no law that says that after the completion of somebody's tenure, whether as a political functionary or as a civil servant, you go with a government vehicle. It has never happened. Then people have been challenging them, bring out the law that says you can do that. Whatever you cannot justify is not justifiable. We have to thank our amiable governor, the people's governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, for having that boldness to change the way people have been doing things. When you are doing things the way they have been doing it, you'll be getting the same result. Okay. Then when you change, the another result will come.
Okay, we have
even as those people that are using official car, you can bear me witness. You are a senior officer here. By law, official car is not to be driven by even the person that's allocated to. That's why they only give them driver. And you are not even supposed to park that official car in your house. They're supposed to drop you and bring it back. That's what the law says. Okay. I'm not the one that says it.
Okay.
And the government
the
government is continuing.
Okay.
No, it's a thing that we can just look at. It's only the company in law that is folding up that they normally share the asset. But once the company is not folding, you don't have the right to do that. Government will continue. Those people that are here now, what do they want them to do?
Okay. Yes, before you go on this program, the APC-led administration, or will I say the progressive, has been in power in the last 30 years. PDP is back in the saddle now. What does PDP want to do? How does PDP want to govern differently?
Well, like you said, that our amiable governor, Senator Nuruddin Jackson Ademola used to give assurances to the career officers in the state. Because, like I normally say, that when we talk about the president, look at the past. That family is a blessed family. It's not because I'm from Ede. Go to Adeleke University, even the government of the day, the government of the former, the government of the day, and the former government can testify to it. Dr. Deji Adeleke happens to be the highest taxpayer in Osun State. It's a family that knows what they are doing, and they have been assisting people before they get to the power. That's why I'm surprised when some people are saying they use more money to buy rice.
Our time
every year they buy rice. Everybody knows that.
We did not even go.
So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to say is that
what does
the welfare of the people of Osun State in general is very, very paramount in the mind of our government. Of course, it's going to do a lot of infrastructural projects. Like he said, when he got, because he did not meet anything on ground in terms of handing over. But when he saw that one, he said some of the programs embarked upon by the former administration, that is good, that is going to complete everything. That he didn't want to do like how former administration normally do. During the Oyinlola came up with a lot of schools that he put Oyinlo. When Agbesola got there, he demolished some of it and came up with a mega school. Where is the mega school today? When Oyetola came, Oyetola rubbished that mega school. He changed the uniform, and that's the beginning of thuggery in Osun State. What they were unable to identify any student. Okay, that comes around. So this one is going to work on a road.
Okay.
Health facility is number one. You can see that there's something called
our
governor has gone round all the medical centers. No, it's because of what I know.
Our time
he has gone round all the medical centers.
Yes, he has gone round
all the medical center. He has assessed the facility on ground. He travels, is an experienced person. So, and he has said now that as from January, we are going to.
We are not profiling the governor here. We are only
trying to say that on health, he has a very good program.
Okay, thank you.
For road,
thank you
for infrastructural development.
Our time is
for
up.
Students. Look at what he did. For 30 days now, he has reduced the school fees of some of the tertiary institutions in Osun State. Is that not commendable? Where some people benefited from free education, and when they got there, they couldn't allow people to access it.
Okay, thank you so much.
So we are still. I have to do that one.
Thank you, Chief Malade Adedola for Martin. I have to thank you so much for coming on this program, because our time, in fact, we are overrunning terribly. I'd like to thank Jiboyi, the announcer on duty, not forgetting our man on the other side of the divide, that is Ojo. Yes, Olatunji Ojo, the editorial advisor is at Mbola Babatunde. My name is Muhyiddin Ability. Join me